Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor, Ethico.
Handling multiple compliance cases can often feel like navigating a complex labyrinth. Ethico introduces simplicity and intelligence into this chaos with our custom workflow automation. By automatically routing cases based on your unique criteria, we turn the maze into a clear path forward. Envision a compliance process that's not just effective, but also intuitive and adaptable to your needs. It's time to redefine efficiency in your workplace. Embark on this journey of transformation at ethico.com/CPN. Book a demo and explore the white paper by Tom Fox, 2023, The Year in Compliance, to discover a world of seamless compliance management.
The Daily Compliance News for February 13, 2024, the Quiet Hiring Edition. And we begin with that story from the Financial Times, as I was very intrigued by what is quiet hiring. Well, that's where managers are recruiting from their own ranks to promote up. We have London School of Business academic Linda Grattan advising employers how to better organize their workforce, but she's thinking about specific roles and how they've been replaced with a list of desired skills and character traits. Now it's matrix that they have this, not have it in jobs, but it's the skills. Employers are looking not for specific roles, but people who can be creative, experiment, or have new ideas and manage complex stakeholders. Don't get hung up about asking for job titles, but what skills are going to give you the opportunity to grow. It's a really interesting article, a term I wasn't familiar with, and I urge you as the compliance professional to check it out. Next up from the BBC, Xi Jinping's never-ending hunt for corruption in the Communist Party has led to crackdowns on high-level banking and the elite nuclear rocket force. Some have questioned when it might end. The short answer, never. He's using this for political reasons, but also it is giving him a way to remove anyone with the slightest hint of tendency to divert from his way of doing things. Next up from the Wall Street Journal, the national security section, that the Ohio Attorney General has filed charges against the former head of the Public Utility Commission in Ohio, as well as the former Senior Vice President for External Affairs around the FirstEnergy corruption scandal. This was a huge scandal in Ohio, alleging involving more than $4.3 million paid as bribes to representatives of the PUC by FirstEnergy. So the scandal continues and the fallout, more importantly, continues. And our last story comes to us from the Washington Post, and it's about a Huawei killer. Trump dreamed of having one, but the Biden administration has committed more than $1.5 billion to persuade the world to use a technology that would allow American businesses back into the telecommunications equipment race. This obviously has huge implications for the compliance professional, as it may send a signal for an entirely new set of products to sell across the globe. In the month of February, the Compliance Podcast Network is sponsored by Ethico. Are you struggling to close cases? Well, Ethico is here for you. Take advantage of their innovative approach to empathetic issue intake, streamlined case management, and enterprise-wide disclosures. Learn more about how you can crowdsource risk management at scale at ethico.com/CPN. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.